Back here at McHale Center, Gonzaga beats Arizona 84-80. Head coach Sean Miller joins us here courtside. Now, Coach, you're looking at the box score there. What are some of the things that jump out at you that led to the Bulldogs' win here tonight?
Well, I think number one, you have to credit Gonzaga. I mean, they came in and they played their game. I thought Mark and his coaching staff did a great job. They really played this game differently than a lot of the games that they played this year, and that they went smaller. And when they put Kispert at the four-star hand to go small as well, and I would say that with that lineup on the court, the game in many ways changed. We didn't have our typical night shooting the ball. You never really know until you watch it again, but I'd say a number of shots that we normally make, that we created, that were good looks, got to make them, and we weren't able to hit tonight. And then we probably didn't execute at times, and some of the shots that we took maybe were challenged or ill-advised. But I think for the most part, to beat Gonzaga, whoever you are, you're going to have to execute. You're going to have one of those nights, whatever version offensively you play, you're going to have a good night to beat them. And tonight we weren't able to do that. We went long stretches and had dry spells. And, it's as much as I like to say, we've got to be tougher on defense, and we certainly can get better. When the ball is not going in at the level it was for us, it has a way of sneaking down that other end. And by the way, they're good. Yeah. I also thought when they had good opportunities, for the most part, they knocked them in. Admon Gilder, he went 4 for 4 from 3. He wasn't necessarily shooting the ball as well coming into the game, but he had 4 big ones, a couple of them in transition. And they're a very good team. And for us to beat them, we had to be near our best or our best, and we weren't. And we lost to a very, very good team.
All right, I know you'll go back and look at the film of this and probably get a better idea, but in general, my question would be, how many of those three-point shots did they just defend well as opposed to the ones that your team just missed? I know you don't have an exact number, but maybe you could talk a little bit about their defense both outside the three-point line and inside.
They're a good defensive team. They're a great offensive team. One of the problems with our defense is just that we foul, and it's something that we have to correct. Some of it is, and you say it, I think for the most part, I would say 26 minutes of the 40, we really did a good job of defensive rebounding, maybe even 30 of the 40. But in that 10-minute segment that we did not rebound the ball, it broke our back open. And it happened in the second half. In the first half, we got about 75% of our defensive rebounds, and we were getting 40% of our misses. We were out rebounding them. In the second half, they had some big second shots. But again, some of that was when we went small against their small lineup. Kispert, we talked to our guys a lot about him running in from the perimeter, and he had 2 big ones there in the second half. But look, you have to give credit to the team who beat us tonight. Gonzaga, they're very good. They're poised. They got a great coach. They executed, and they did it with a small lineup. They did it with a big lineup. They got off to a good start in the game, but our lack of shot making really put us in jeopardy. And a lot like the Baylor game, we fought. I was happy to see the great effort our guys gave from the 4-minute mark on. We were down by as many as 16, and we closed it there to a couple points. One thing Gonzaga is not as good at is their free throw shooting. They weren't, and they weren't tonight as well, but they got there 30 times. And some of that was at the end of the game. But they're a very good team. If you would have told me before the game, Brian, we would have played with 6 turnovers for the game, have 17 assists, and have 1 more rebound than them, 44-43, I would tell you that that's usually a recipe for a win for us. Yeah. But when you look at our shooting, 8 of 30 is deceiving because we hit a couple at the end for the most part. We were 5 for 27 maybe. That's tough to beat a really good team when we shoot the ball like that.
All right, I'll leave you.
I also wanted to say this. Zeke Naji, We haven't had many guys have 17 rebounds in a game of this magnitude.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 8 second shots, 9 defensive rebounds, 17 rebounds, and 16 points. He was a monster, and we have to be better at being able to get him the basketball and scoring in a scoring area in the middle of the lane in different ways than we are right now. Because I'm going to tell you, out of the 10 shots he got, he probably got 3 or 4 of those on his own. And Gonzaga post-trapped him and did a few things, but that's up to us to fix. And it's something I think we've learned now that we've played both Baylor and Gonzaga, and we'll be better when we play St. John's.
All right. We'll leave it at that. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Head coach Sean Miller here courtside